stop talking, yeah, you know the deal. Chillin' with the SmokeFellas, and yeah, we keep it real. Lucky Lefty, Ben, and KDL. Sit down for ladies talk with Smoke and Joe as well. Sit down and watch the shop talk. Sit down and come to shop talk. Go ahead, puff the cigars. If you ain't ready for us, come enjoy the shop talk. Here comes the shop talk. Here comes the shop talk. Here comes the shop talk. It's time for shop talk, and yeah, you know the deal. Chillin' with the SmokeFellas, and yeah, we keep it real. Lucky Lefty, Ben, and
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is your man, Mr. Smokefella in the house, coming straight from Humidor Sports Podcast, man. We are glad to be back this week. I'm about to get ready to light me up a Jaime Garcia and kind of get it in. So, want to introduce you to the panel. My man, Lucky Lefty is out there, man. Say what's up to the people, Lucky.
Yo, what's up, my people? What's going down? It's your boy Lucky Lefty back in the building. Even though it's 5 o'clock somewhere, it's too damn hot to be doing all that. So, but I am smoking. It's a new Asylum straight jacket, man. It's a dope little smoke right here. So I am gonna get my puff on, man. Let's get it.
Straight jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Straight jacket.
Hey. You got
straight jacket, baby.
You got something you want to tell us, bro?
We'll talk about it later.
You locked up, man. You in the commissary yard.
Don't put my business out there. Don't put my business out there.
I want to say what's up to my man KDL. I see you are rocking I Can't Breathe today, man. Big ups for the support.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To the call. Say what's up to the people, my man.
Yes, sir. What's happening? What's happening, people? I am not smoking today on the show, but I will be shortly thereafter.
Well, you know.
Hey, Damani, hey, straight jacket. What is that about? Oh, Asylum smoker. I ain't never heard of that.
I think that's a violation, and you got to take a fine to the show because you ain't blowing no smoke in the air, man. I think that's a new policy that we're gonna have to institute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm in a different location, but we'll rectify that right after the show. Trust.
That sounds.
We'll get you the Ike Turner fine.
Hey.
Fire your ass.
I ain't gonna say nothing, but you said a different location. That sounds like some entanglement, but we ain't gonna go there. Just saying. We got some entanglement going on.
Hey man, let's move right along.
Right, we're gonna move right along, man. We're gonna ride down this train of sports like we do every week, man, giving you guys the best of the best, and a little humor in it, blowing some smoke in the air. That's what we do. So, your man Tiger Woods is back on the links, man. He was in the Memorial tourney. Is this good for golf? Or is this a distraction? Is Tiger actually back, or is he can't put down his clubs, man? Is it time for dude to retire? What's your thoughts, KDL?
It's always good for golf. Anytime Tiger Woods is on the links, it's good for the golfers. It's on the links. It's good for everybody associated with golf. But hey, man, you can play golf until you physically can't do it anymore. So there's no time limit, when you get old, like football and basketball, or even baseball, for that matter. You can play golf. I mean, you got 70-year-olds playing golf, man. So maybe not competitively. I think Tiger deep down still wants those records, man. What do you need, like 2 more to break Nicklaus' record?
Yeah, it's something like that. It's something like that.
I think deep down, yeah. I think deep down, he's gonna keep showing up in these tournaments until he does it. Until he breaks the record. I really do.
Lefty,
until his back give out.
Lefty, what's your thoughts on it?
I agree. Anytime Tiger Woods and involved in golf, man, it's great for the sport. You saw the years he was out with the injuries, you know, the knee and back injuries. It just wasn't the same. You know, the Masters tournament, you know, they tried to pump up, you know, some newer cats, but it just never seemed to work out. So, you know, it just Tiger Woods is golf. He's gonna always be golf. So, no, and as far as he needs to retire, no, like Kev said, you can play to you 60, hell, 70 years old. As long as you can swing that club, you're good to go. So, no, Tiger Woods is always good for golf.
Well, I do want to say your golfing days is over because of your back, but just want to put that out there.
There you go, put my business in the streets again. Tell you, put my business in the street. You're going to get somebody to try me now because they think my back bad.
hey, they ain't going to try you, man, because you over there looking like baby Suge Knight. Ain't nobody going to try you, man.
I ain't been a baby in 46 years.
hey, man, you over there looking like you just hung somebody out the window, like Red off the Heartbeats.
Damn, Red?
Yeah.
Damn, not Red.
Big Red, baby. My office hours are 9 to 5.
9 to 5, baby. That's it.
Say it with me, 9 to 5. He'll never forget that.
Oh, man.
Man, but I really think it's, myself personally, I think it's good for golf, man, seeing Tiger out there. And you know what? It provides a lot of motivation for these young cats. And, you know, everybody want to take the throne away from Tiger, man. So when he out there on the links and, you know, just imagine if you golfing against him, you trying to beat him, right? Because then you go down in history as somebody that beat Tiger Woods. And if you can put that on your resume, can't nobody say nothing to you.
Hey, let me ask you a question. You think anybody would ever come in and be as big as Tiger is? You know, even after Tiger gone, you think anybody would ever come in and like say take the throne, like do it how Tiger do it?
You know, I don't think that'll happen because Tiger came in, and I mean he was like a blur. He was just dominating on all aspects, man. Killing in every tournament. Now it's gonna be somebody that comes in that has some talent and so forth, but actually coming in and doing what Tiger did, man, that's a hard feat.
They tried to hype a few cats up, man, but nobody could do it, man. Endorsements, the whole nine, nobody did it like Tiger.
Oh no, man.
Nobody has that effect that Tiger had, and y'all got to realize Tiger came in as a young black dude, whether he wants to admit it or not. He was considered black. So when he came in and took the world by storm as a youngster, beating older cats at the time and blowing through tournaments. Like, this dude was dominating, like, blowing through tournaments. I mean, it's the equivalent of you scoring 50 and your man scoring 10.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he was dominating. So I don't think you'll see another cat do that. It might be some younger cats that's good, take the world by storm for a minute, but not like he did it. He brought viewers to golf. Man, Mark brought the money. Like like the Tiger Storm, there'll be another Tiger Storm.
Yeah, you know what? It opened up the sport to a brand new audience. You know what I'm saying? Because I myself, I got out there on the links a few times, man. I'm gonna say I ain't sugar honey iced tea, but I got out there on the links.
Well, we know that.
I'm pretty sure you were terrible.
Well, we know that.
I'm pretty sure you were terrible out there.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure you like Charles Barkley.
No, I think Chuck got me, man. Chuck got me by a long haul.
If you swing golf clubs like you catch alley-oops, I know you terrible.
Whoa!
How about that?
Whoa!
Inside joke.
Hey, I'm
only the Silver Eagles know about that.
I'm gonna find out about this one day.
Hey,
wait till I see my man.
I got receipts.
You know what? You and your fake documented receipts, man, and that poor left hand of yours, man. We gonna talk about this, man. We're gonna talk about this at headquarters.
We'll talk about it later on.
I'm gonna go to my storage and look through some game film and see if I got that.
Please find it.
So I can show how bad Lefty throws an alley-oop.
Yeah, okay.
My man. Hey, so moving on this train, man. Talk a little baseball right now, man. And one thing that kind of put a little jolt in baseball was A-Rod and J-Lo putting it out there that they are trying to purchase the New York Jets. Now, you know, back in the Mets, sorry, thinking Jets in my mind, they both trash. Put it like that.
Those are facts.
So,
well, that's true.
Now, back in December, there was, you know, the owners put it out there that we're trying to sell the squad, and you know they had a potential buyer and all that, and it fell through in February. So now that offer is still out there. Now A-Rod, J-Lo is working with J.P. Morgan Chase, putting money together to try to purchase the team. What kind of effect would that do for, one, New York, and two, baseball? Because remember, he a Yankee. That was the last 5 years, and now you finna go across the street? Lefty, what's your thoughts on that, man?
I got a quick answer for you. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because the Mets gonna still suck. Period. At the end of the day. Like, you know, it's one thing ownership. Just like when Jeter own the Marlins or something like that. It really didn't change nothing, man.
Yeah, you got a piece in there.
If you're not putting a good product on the field, I don't think it matters. I mean, it's good for it's newsworthy, you know, to keep the cameras up in the skybox, you know, piling in on them two, on A-Rod and J-Lo. But nah, I mean, I don't think it has no effect on baseball. Not even on the city of New York. Let's be totally honest. New York is Yankees town. New York is a Yankees town. Just like here, as much as I hate to admit it, when it comes to baseball, Chicago's a Cubs town. You know, even though I'm a huge White Sox fan, this is Cubs nation up here. And it's the same in New York. It's probably worse. It's probably a bigger gap between, you know, the Yankees and the Mets than it is the Cubs and the White Sox. So, no effect. It'll be cute for the news, but that's it.
KDL, you up?
Let me say this, man. Anytime you in your baseball career gather two $250 million contracts, when you retire, you can go and buy anything you want.
Facts.
But that being said, man, look, it's not gonna be a big deal. I don't think A-Rod is by himself on this too. I think it's a couple of them trying to go in the Mets and buy.
They trying to get a few entertainers in on it too.
Y'all notice he made a cut. They trying to it's a joint effort. He's just a piece of it. But you notice he made a little controversial statement that really was talking about salary cap. He came out and clarified and said, I didn't say the word salary cap. But basically he did. You know why? Because he's about to go into ownership. So it made it look bad, you being a former player, about talking salary cap. You know, it's not one in baseball, but you talking salary. It's not going to have an effect, man. I don't. It's just like you said, Jeter didn't have an effect. Jeter went down there and bum rushed the whole organization. No one likes him.
But see, the thing is, there's a.
So I don't know how you know A-Rod will come off as owner. I don't know the number of people that's trying to go in on it, because now don't the baseball owners have to accept them?
I think it's the same. No, I don't know if baseball is like the NFL and NBA. I don't know if they do it like that.
No,
I think whoever got the bread just buy in.
Right.
Was it right? Wasn't Mark Cuban trying to get in and they wouldn't let him in?
Well, that was a bid.
Remember Mark Cuban tried to get in?
No, that was just a bid for the Cubs, though. Cuban was trying to buy the Cubs, but the Ricketts, they gave it to the Ricketts. But it wasn't through the. I don't think it was the owners. I think that was
it wasn't the owners. The Ricketts came with more money.
Yeah, when the Tribune, whoever owned, that's all it was.
Yeah, and you know, to be honest, there's a fine line between being a player and being an owner. You have to cross that fence. You got to cross that fence, and you can't play both sides of the fence, man. That doesn't work. You know, if you're gonna be an owner, you have to be an owner because you are protecting the brand and the team, not the players. It's more of a business aspect. So, you know, when you cross over, you're gonna break some ties and hurt some relationships, and some people on the player side ain't gonna like you. And you know, it's a couple things that you might do for the sake of the players and try to keep the players on, but guess what? That's gonna kill you when it comes to the business and the ownership.
Well, so, we got Big Joe chimed in, man. He a regular, man. He said Jordan and Charlotte. So that's a great example when you talk about what impact it's gonna have. Absolutely nothing, because he's the greatest player. I said that. Yeah, he's the greatest player, but probably the worst owner. So it just doesn't have any impact. The Bobcats, Hornets, whatever their name is, still suck.
Hey, Mike's gonna send them goals out of you after you baby should.
You can't. They say nothing to me. Still mad at Charles Barkley. You talking about?
He got to get over that first before he comes for you.
And Chuck was his boy. Me and Mike ain't boys.
Damn. What? Hey, Lefty.
That's true.
Did you have a late night? Because I see you got the sunglasses on. Usually when you have the sunglasses on, it's causes of a late night, man. What's going on?
There you go. Tell him my personal
Chuck was his man.
Tell him my personal business again. Yeah, it was a little rough.
Hey,
it was a little rough last night.
Hey, I want to say what's up to my man Reg Spence. Man, he hit that big 5-0.
Happy birthday, bro! Happy birthday.
We celebrated with him last night. Reg. We celebrated with him last night, man. Had a ball, put some smoke up in the air, turned back some drinks and so forth, man. We had a good time. Good time. But Reg, you're out there, man. You probably still with your head underneath that pillow. But happy birthday, bro.
Nah, I talked to him. He up.
Yeah. But I'm sure he's struggling. Because look at you. But
look, I'm still drinking. Ain't nothing in here but water. Don't worry about it today. All water in here. Trust me.
So, baseball. Is anybody really excited for baseball to be back, man? It's kind of like flying under the radar because they going up against the NBA right now, and it's all about the NBA. What's your thoughts, Kev?
I can answer that. No, we are not excited. Baseball actually starts next weekend. The NBA starts the weekend after. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure people are waiting for the next weekend to start more so than this coming weekend. That's just me. But if you're a baseball fan, yeah, you're excited. Now the key to baseball this year is a shortened season. Like it's crucial. It's crucial. So that'll make it interesting to watch. Like Cubs playing Milwaukee right off the bat.
Oh yeah, they're coming straight in.
I mean, that's a weekend series that's gonna count.
Yeah, they coming straight in.
3 games against your division. Yeah, they're going straight in, man. So if you're a baseball guy, have at it. And I'm gonna be a little better. They got a shot with 60 games to come out of nowhere. You know how you had one of them teams to come out of nowhere? Sox can be their team this year. I just want to give them a shout out. So I'm on record as saying it. Carry on.
Wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man.
You don't care for the Bulls. You don't care for the Bears. But you a Sox man?
No, I'm giving props to where it's due, man.
I'm just saying, Kev, you rarely give props to the city of Chicago sports teams, man, and you just gave a shout out to a Chicago-based team?
Bro, with the lineup, dude, the team they got this year with a 60-game season, they can come out of nowhere and not only win the division, I'm telling you, man, they got a shot.
Hey, Kev,
it's only 60 games.
Hey, Kev, blink twice if you under duress.
Somebody got him hostage in the basement.
Man.
Hey, man, I'm firm, but I'm fair.
All right. Lefty, man, what's your thoughts on baseball returning?
I wasn't excited when it was before the pandemic, when it was getting ready to start. So it just go to show where so-called America's pastime is going to, man. It's like baseball just isn't what it used to be. Who won the World Series last year? Do anybody know? Who won the year before that? I lost track after the Cubs.
It was a cheater.
It was who?
What the Cheaters?
Well, the Astros, yeah. Okay. The fact we have to ask what was it? The fact, yeah, the Astros. But the fact we had to ask was it says a lot, right? Yeah. It says a lot. Says a lot just that we got to even, wonder who. Baseball's entirely too damn long anyway. So it's good they're only having a 60-game season. But it just goes to show where baseball is falling. It's going up against the NBA, and the NBA is going pretty much them little BS 8 games and into the playoffs. Everybody want to see the playoffs, and let's be totally honest, they're going up against that boy LeBron James. Everybody want to see if LeBron gonna pull it off, and the Lakers gonna pull it off. That's gonna be the biggest news in sports. Nobody's gonna really care about them 60 baseball games. Matter of fact, the Cubs and White Sox play a scrimmage on ESPN tomorrow. Did anybody know that? Because nobody cared, right? There it is.
Strong. That was strong.
Nobody cares.
But you know what, Kev, you kind of hit it on the point, right on point, man. There's going to be a sleeper that could come in and do major damage, and then you're going to turn around and some city that was not on the docket to win a chip got them a chip, and they're going to have a damn parade.
Hey, hold on, Ben. This is a correction. This is how much we cared about baseball. The Nationals won last year. Shout out to Gandhi for correcting us.
Right.
We couldn't even figure out who just won the last World Series. Ain't that pretty sad?
Man.
And let's not, there's some diehard baseball fans out there. I know they all excited, but I mean, just look at the stadiums, man. Look at the stadiums the last few years in baseball. How many times are they actually packed outside of when the Yankees play, the Red Sox, and something like that, man? People just not, I don't know. Baseball just fell off. I don't think they recovered from the strike and steroid era. That strike year and steroid era, they still ain't bounced back yet.
Well, I got beef with that strike year. So yeah, I'm not gonna get into that because I start throwing stuff.
Because the Sox should have won it that year.
Yeah, I'd have been part of their team.
Yeah, they was rolling.
But I got to get over that.
Yeah.
I got to get over that. I think we lost KDL. He may be having some,
technical difficulty.
Yeah, some problems with his Boost Mobile. I hope you didn't hear that, Kev, but yeah, your Boost Mobile ain't shiggity. So
all right, let's keep it rolling.
Let's keep it rolling, man. Me and you will finish. Let's go. WNBA. Elena Delle Donne filed for a medical exception to opt out the season. It was denied. She got Lyme disease. Now, she came on ESPN to talk about it, man. She takes 64 meds a day so that she can work out, prepare her body, and actually play the game of basketball. I'm going to repeat, 64 different meds a day in her regimen so that she can be a WNBA player. And her medical exception was denied. Now, keep in mind, they won a chip, and I believe she's reigning MVP, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, so what's your thoughts about that? How do you feel that you deny this person's medical reasons for opting out?
I think it's pretty pathetic, especially the fact that she's one of the faces of the league, and it's a league that's not very high in popularity, but she is one of the faces of the league, and one of the league's best players. She gonna go down probably as one of their best of all time, man. The girl got game. But to deny her medical, man, especially with something like Lyme disease, somebody taking, man, 64 different medicines, man. That's ridiculous, man. To deny that. And is there any word when the WNBA is gonna start? If they gonna play or anything?
Well, they supposed to be playing up in New York too.
Right. And so, you know, to me, it's just a bad look on the league. It's just a bad look.
You know, they go from the Atlanta Dream last week with the co-owner of the team going against Black Lives Matter. Now the league with their outside medical professionals denying their MVP to opt out. It's just a bad time for the WNBA, man. Yeah,
and didn't Maya Moore? Then she's not playing this year, right? She focusing on social injustice, right?
She was opting out to get the guy out of jail.
Right, that's right, yeah.
But he's out. All of that went through. So I don't know if she's going to continue with the social justice cause and not play. But her main purpose was to focus on getting that young man out.
Well, it was him, and it was a couple of more people too. So I think she is out. So that's two of your best players, man. Two of the faces of the league. So that's kind of tough. Yeah, it's a bad time for WNBA right now, man. They already struggling a little bit, but man, it's just a horrible time.
Right. So now you let Maya opt out, but you don't let Elena opt out. That's just like LeBron opting out and Harden. I mean, come on, that would hit the league. You know what I'm saying? Those are big time faces. So maybe they like, well, you know what? We can't let you opt out because you are the actual right now as the face of the league. So that's kind of difficult to let her just walk.
Yeah, especially when you're already lacking star power. You got one out, and you definitely couldn't go against her. That would have been a whole march down on the WNBA if that's what she was trying to do. They'd have dropped a hammer on them for that, so they had to do that. So
man, they would have shut them down.
Yeah, so I mean, just for it's the timing of it, and unfortunately, but I still don't. She's not gonna play anyway. I don't think she's gonna play. I wouldn't want to play with her with no Lyme disease.
It's not contagious. It's just that she has to go through a hell of a lot. I
don't care if it's not contagious or not, especially with this COVID out here. That's still, man, you don't put her in that position. It just shows you don't care about the players.
And that Lyme disease, a lot of her internal organs can shut down. And over the years when she was here with the Sky, she had to miss some games because it was taking a toll on her body.
Right.
It was taking a toll on her body. So she had to, sit out some games and everything. And I think the Sky kind of got rid of her too early because her next location, she brought the chip.
Yeah. Well, you know what, the Sky, I mean, lately, what was the big center? Was it Fouls that was here? Wasn't Fouls here? I think the big center, it's amazing how I don't know, what's going on with the Sky's front office, but we got some good players in there because they're always in the top in the draft, tops in the draft, and then you let them go. I think Don wanted to go home, so they kind of let her, they just kind of granted her wish. But to let some of the players that got through here and still no champs. I think we got close 1 year.
We got close 1 year because then we had Poindexter from Marshall. Cappy, she was here.
I think she was.
Yeah, she was here. We had some real. And if you would have kept all them players together, man, we could have had the Sky could have had a few chips.
That could have been a dynasty, man, for real. They could have been the lady Bulls up in here.
I mean,
we got a comment from Gandy. What about her health? They crazy putting the league's image over a human being's health. Terrible look on the league. So that's Gandy chiming in.
It's just like you said. It's a terrible look, and I gotta ash that one, man. I can't smoke to that one. I gotta ash that one because it's a bad look for
No, we're not even gonna ash. We're gonna go old school, get in the gas face.
Or
we're gonna go old school with it.
We're gonna take it back and then get a Smokefella finger.
Right. Right.
Man, remember that? We was giving the finger to, man, several owners, players, and that's crazy, man.
Or our boy Sly's favorite tea, the GTF flavor tea.
Right.
I mean,
right.
GFY flavor tea. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Go get yourself some of that.
Yeah.
Man, let's get off into some of the NFL, man.
Yes, sir.
When you get to the NFL, I don't know if you caught that they had the new face shields that they were testing out, you know, and it's similar to, you know, the face shields that some of the running backs, you know, the tinted ones, and it does cover your eyes and so forth. But now this is the full one that covers all the way down to your chin, and you got a little breathing apparatus on there. But it's a lot of players that's saying they can't wear them. And it's not they don't want to wear them, it's that they can't because the fear of claustrophobia. Your man J.J. Watt said when he first came into the league, he thought it was cool looking and he tried it out. He said, man, within 2 minutes of him being out on the field, he had to have the equipment manager take it out because he felt closed and he couldn't play with it on.
Yeah.
So he can't be the only player that would feel like that, because I myself don't like to be in tight places. I should finish my sentence when I say that, but
that could have went somewhere else. This ain't Pornhub. It's a sports show, man. Family friendly, man. Keep it family.
I'm just saying it sounded kind of weird, right?
Yeah, it did. It was a little weird. I felt awkward. Just so you know. I definitely felt awkward about that. No, man, but I can see that though. I can see how, you know, having your entire face covered, and you know, in football, you already got a mouthpiece in. So a lot of your breathing is through your nose. So, you know, I get to trying to protect, you know, from the COVID, but now it's gonna be hard to play like that with the whole face covered and you're already breathing heavy, especially in the games in hotter climates, man. That's gonna be horrible. And then what's gonna happen in you know, even in the wintertime, in the winter months, when that little fall stuff start, you know, I don't know. I can't see it. I can't see it. It look cool though. It's a cool look though.
They got actual scientists working on this, man, trying to use the same type of materials and technology that they use for the astronauts, so that it won't fog up and stuff. I'm like, man, they real high tech with this, but that's like when your head, you already got that helmet on, man. And that was like one of the reasons I really couldn't get down playing football, man, because putting that helmet on, I felt all tight, constricted, man. I was like losing my mind the first time I put a helmet on.
But it definitely takes some getting used to. You know, it definitely takes some getting used to, even from the weight of the helmet. I mean, the whole nine. You know, like turning your head, trying to keep your head on the swivel. It's already not easy, man. And like I said, the breathing part, I don't care who, what, where, when, and why. You breathing hard in helmets.
Yeah,
you're not breathing hard. So now it's not gonna work. There's no way it's gonna work.
Hell, I almost lost my mind when I put on a motorcycle helmet to ride.
Man, don't them things feel like, man, you about to, man, like you in a closet or something. Like if you say Candyman 3 times, it's over. You know, I'm still scared of Candyman.
I'm 47 years old.
I'm 47 years old, and I still won't say Candyman in the mirror 3 times.
Man, you crazy. You are crazy, dog.
That's the Glenn Levitt from last night talking.
Oh man, dude, she poured me some strong glasses of Glenn last night, man.
Yeah, she got us together. She got us all the way together last night.
That Glenn Levitt boy is strong.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If it would have been J-Mo, I don't know if I would have made it home.
No, you'd have been sleeping outside on the porch of Carmel. We'd have came and got you in the morning. Hey, but what you think? Because college looking like it's in jeopardy. But I like we were talking about it on one of our sports pages, man. About you know, a lot of people say they're not gonna play the NFL season. I think there's no way that's gonna happen. They're gonna play. The Shield gonna play.
Oh yeah, most definitely. The Shield is playing. But since you mentioned college, we can take a step back. And you see that a lot of conferences are saying we are only going to play games in our conference. Right. No outside conference play. Now, guess who that affects?
Small school.
What is the one school that has no conference?
Notre Dame, baby.
Notre Dame. Now,
Indeed.
Are you going to deny Notre Dame? Stay on your schedule. They were supposed to be on your schedule this year. You going to tell Notre Dame no?
Well, that's a big money game. You never know Notre Dame plays. But they'll do something slick like slide them in the ACC or something. Like college football ain't gonna go without Notre Dame. I don't think that's gonna happen.
So they're gonna slide them in for 1 year. They're gonna give them a 1 year contract.
Man, I don't know. Unless they're gonna come up here and play daily college or something. Who else they gonna play? They gotta do something. That's Notre Dame football bringing a whole lot of money. They ain't gonna deny them playing. So somebody gonna play them. Whether it's a D2, some little small school, whatever it is, somebody gonna play them. They gotta play them. But that's actually a good move for the NCAA to limit the travel, so to stay within the conference. You know, so in the Big Ten, you know, they can. I mean, everything right in the Midwest, you know, except Maryland, and I think was Rutgers or somebody else. But no, that's smart. But yeah, Notre Dame, and honestly, I don't know Notre Dame got to really be powerful to Notre Dame got to really be powerful to still be independent, and they just letting them do it. I mean, there's no way the basketball team is in the conference, so I don't get it, and I don't know why they don't. Well, I know why they don't want to. They don't want to share the revenue. But at some point, because it's gonna have to get down to, it's gonna have to be some type of little playoff with the conference champs to decide the national title. It may take about 5-10 years, but at some point it's gonna have to be. And Notre Dame can't be hoping to get in on that bid, you know, at bid thing. So they definitely need to go in the conference, even though I don't think it's gonna happen. But that's strong, the fact that they still not in the conference.
So, Kevo, we're going to bring you back up to speed, man. We're talking about the NCAA and how, you know, the conferences are saying that they're only going to play within the conferences. And how does that affect Notre Dame? They the big box. They are not in the conference. So they go play a schedule that they build, you know, 2 years out. And now these teams are saying we playing in conference only. So how is that really going to affect Notre Dame? Are you going to say no to the machine called Notre Dame football? They are always big money games.
Notre Dame is going to play football in college. There will be no college football without Notre Dame, Alabama, Florida, that kind of thing. It's kind of the equivalent to Duke, Carolina, Kansas. Like there will be no NCAA basketball without those teams. The fact that they're not in the conference, they'll make up a conference. Like they'll find something to say, these teams over here really not conferences, so they're going to play this schedule over here. They're gonna make up something.
Yeah.
Notre Dame is not going in a conference. They're not going to trick them and put them in a conference. Trust them.
Well, wouldn't for travel purposes, wouldn't it make more sense for them to put them in the Big Ten if they just did that for this 1 year? Like for travel purposes, I think that makes sense. Throw them in that Big Ten round table.
It'll make sense to put them in there as far as where they located, but I guarantee you, Notre Dame is not going to get tricked into getting in the conference, and because it's a pandemic. Because if they don't want to be in a conference, that's why a lot of kids go there. Like they're not going to be tricked into being in a conference. I guarantee you, they're going to come up with something to put them in, and they have to play these teams only or something. Something's going to happen. It will be no college football without Notre Dame.
Yeah, they'll get a 1 year exception to play in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
but
something like that.
Will they be able to maintain in the Big Ten as far as football and come out at least in the top three?
They ain't beating Ohio State. I think they can probably hang with some of the others. They can hang with Michigan, but they ain't beating Ohio State. I don't see that happening. I think Penn State will give them a run for their money too.
They play Michigan State.
That's your Big Four is Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan State. That's your Power Four in the Big Ten. Nebraska,
what about
their time is over with. And Wisconsin rounds out your top five.
Yeah,
that rounds out your top five.
Hey, I tell you, that make for some hell of a football though, hell of a college football games, man. Notre Dame, Ohio State, Notre Dame, Wisconsin. That'll be tough.
Yeah.
And I mean,
they ain't coming out of that. Like they ain't coming out of that gauntlet.
Ratings will be off the chain.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, they play Michigan and Michigan State every year anyway, don't they?
Yeah, they got a contract with them. I think for the next, I don't know, another 10 years, something crazy.
Yeah,
like that. They got a big contract with them. That's those big money games, man. That's the other thing. Notre Dame bring in a lot of money, man. So somebody they playing somewhere, but that I think it'd be dope. Just having 1 year in the Big Ten. That's all Big Ten games.
Yeah.
Now they'll beat the hell out of Illinois and Northwestern.
Hey man,
Lovey
Lovey Smith is my friend. This is his year.
Hey, no, Lovey's doing a great job, man. He is for what the talent that he's getting in there. You know, U of I ain't a big football school, but he doing his thing.
Hey man, Lovey.
Go ahead, kid.
I think we're losing him again. And as I like to call Lovey,
Lovey coming up, man. Lovey on the uprise.
Yeah, and as I like to call him, Lovey Claus with that white beard,
right?
Which, by the way, looks ridiculous.
No, Lovey coming up, man.
Lovey becoming a sex symbol, man, with his gray, with his whiteness.
Yeah, but the problem is, I think he gonna have the problem Illinois always had trying to recruit in the Big Ten, man, in the Midwest. The big time players, man, they going to Ohio State, Michigan, you know, the big schools like that. You know, Iowa don't let their top players even get out the state. So it's tough, man. Even though, you know, Chicago's known for more basketball on the high school level. You know, we get a couple of great football players, but it's just gonna be tough, man. It's just a tough position to be in. It's like Northwestern. You can't get no big time recruits going there.
Hey, I know our girl Maya is out there, but this comment is for her. Iowa has a electric wall around a state. They ain't let no football players out of Iowa. None of them.
No, they never do.
Not only that, there was a lot going on with the. I'm sorry. Not only that, there was a lot going on with the football team and the coaches coming out of Iowa too. But that's neither here nor there. Hi, Maya.
Y'all taking shots at Maya today.
Yeah, we taking shots at her.
She our producer.
Hey,
she our producer today, man. Y'all taking shots at her.
Hey, she boiling backstage right now. I know she want to pop in and say something.
She gonna cuss all us out after the show.
Maya, go ahead and send a comment across the screen, Maya, because I know you over there got your Twitter fingers ready. Go ahead and send us a comment. We're gonna stop talking about Iowa and the emotional entanglement.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
No, but no, it's gonna be interesting college football season. And even if it's just all conference games, man. I mean, that's where all the rivals are anyway. So I'm down for it. Sound like a good idea. As long as we get some type of college football, I think it'd be cool.
Oh yeah,
real talk though. Can y'all imagine if Notre Dame did enter the Big Ten? Let's say they wanted to willingly, and now your recruiting comes down to Notre Dame, Ohio State, Michigan, right? They all recruiting against each other. Wisconsin keep their peoples too, though.
Yeah, they locals don't get out. They don't let their locals out of state for nothing.
No, even with basketball, man.
Yeah, it's somebody standing at the border with a shotgun on a pickup truck.
Hey,
where you going? You can't even go visit other schools.
Hey, you see Nicole Heyman said, "Don't use entanglement no more on the show."
Right.
I know. Hey, Nicole, we all on it.
Hey, listen.
Word of the month. Jade even affecting sports.
Listen, that is the word of the year, man. That's the word of the year,
yeah, baby.
Told you I was playing Word with Friends, but I couldn't get enough letters to play it.
That's a triple word score, eh?
Right. Hey, just imagine you end the game entanglement. Drop the mic and walk off.
Right. Just walk off. Look, flip the table, throw the table, flip the table, entanglement. Like you playing dominoes, just bang the table, it's over.
Hey man, since we talking about NCAA, man, there's a lot of kids, man, going to these HBCs now.
Yeah, you know what? It's a good look, but I said it on the past shows. I don't think it's gonna last. It's good right now. It's definitely trendy, but I don't see it lasting. But it's definitely a good look.
Hey, Lucky.
Yo,
I told you it only takes a couple, and people were gonna start doing it. When we first talked about this. It's gonna take a couple top 10s,
right?
Or top, not even top 10, top 50s.
Yeah.
And then there's gonna be people gonna start. It has to start somewhere. Looks like it started. Now we're gonna see how long it lasts.
Now for me, for it to last, KDL, for it to last, now these schools need to start seeing TV deals. You know,
exactly.
Nike, Adidas, you know, Converse come in and putting money into these schools. Now, when you see that happen, you're gonna start to see the dynamic change. Because now ESPN having these games on, man, it could get wild. It could put some pressure on the Dukes, the Carolinas, Kentuckys, Kansas, and so forth, man. Oregon, you know.
What's the guy from Howard that went to Howard? Any top 50?
He top 10 or something, man.
Yeah,
top 10. He went to Howard.
Top 10.
Now,
yeah.
In order to get ESPN in there, the team has to actually be good.
Now
have you seen Howard's record?
Yeah.
Have y'all seen Howard's record?
No.
So good. Let's just say you don't want to.
Right, you definitely don't want
to.
Hey,
for real talk, you don't want to.
Hey, we got Nicole chiming in, Nicole Heyman. But will the trend create HBCU powerhouses? Now, I will say now if they get like a little 5-5 thing going, if they can get one of them, like all like the top, like say 10, like 5 of the top 10 guys go to the one HBCU and create that powerhouse, then I could definitely see the TV deals, you know, the invitations to the Maui Classics and all that start to pour in. Like that, right. That's when it's gonna it'll really change. Them spreading out over a few schools, you know, it's having some effect, but let about 3, 4, or 5 of them go to one school and straight run the gauntlet on some UNLV, you know, man, that'll be the game changer.
And you know, I always love in the men's basketball tournament when one of the historically black colleges get in, but you know, like Big Joe down in Florida said, Hampton, they always in the tournament.
Yeah,
they always get in, but they get bounced out real quick. But right. If they get invited to the Maui tournament, man, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
That'd be huge. But it's gonna take some like big 5-5 type stuff. But that'll change it.
But KDL, you make a great point, man.
Yeah.
For the money to come, for the money to come, they got to be good. You got to be putting a quality product on the field, on the court, on the diamond. You got to put quality out there. So, you know, maybe they need to start thinking about snatching some of these coaches, some of these up and coming coaches. Remember how Shaka Smart, I always use him as the example. You know, when he got into the tournament, man, he came into the tournament 2 years in a row and put in work with his teams. And it was great coaching. Now, you go ahead and drop that money and steal a Shaka Smart, and now you get some, like you say, a 5-5, and they make some damage in the tournament, man. You can make some huge inroads.
Well, then I don't know if the HBCUs want to get into that one and done business anyway, though. That's the other thing with that, man. That one and done, that one and done, that changes things too. And like, you know, like we said, you got to be good. You go there and you don't even make the NCAA tournament, kids are gonna shy away from it again. They're gonna start shying. They're gonna start going right back to the Dukes and the Carolinas and the Kentuckys. Yeah,
because you don't get on that big stage. You don't get on the big stage, and that's what you in the backyard shooting that last shot, you know, for years, and then you go through high school, and then you get into college, and you can't get to that big dance. That's a problem.
And a lot of times that determines your where you go in the NBA draft too. You get in the tournament and kill, man. That could take you from a 20th pick to a top 5. You know what I'm saying? Top 5, top 10. That tournament is that's the stage. That's the granddaddy of them all right there.
You see Joey B's comment?
Yeah.
Like you said, not one spread out.
So
I think it'll take a couple teammates on one team to do it.
That's the same thing Joey B said. You give 2 or 3 top players to Hampton. That's a game changer. It's a game changer for them.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a couple of them on the, doing their little AAU tournaments to get together and say, hey, let's all go to the same HBCU. Then it's game of ball then, and it's going to be a problem.
And guess what?
And that's when ESPN and them are coming in. And they're gonna want to show that.
Guess what? You know how this could happen quicker than the next 3 to 5 years. It can happen immediately if one of these black colleges hires one of these top AAU team coaches.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, look just here locally, man. Nick Irvin, no longer at Morgan Park. He's now on the Western Illinois assistant coach, something like that. And man, kids are they lining up to go there. He got that platform with the AAU, with the Fire, with Mac Irvin Fire. And now, man, Western Illinois gonna be pretty good. And that's based, and a lot of that's on Nick's back, on Nick Irvin's back. So you can grab somebody like him, put him in HBCU, see what happens.
Right, and you'll see the landscape change. You'll see it change.
Shout out to Lance. I gave a shout out to your cuz,
Well, we probably have mentioned like several of his cousins. As I say, Lance, you got a million of y'all out there.
It's a lot of y'all, Lance.
First family of basketball, the Irvins. We all know that. Right. Shout out to the Irvins.
Now, speaking of, Western, that's a game changer here in Illinois.
Well, it definitely hurts U of I. Definitely hurts U of I. DePaul, all the local schools, man. Like the top talent, they gonna go with Nick at. I'm telling you, Western gonna be something to watch.
It put all Illinois teams on notice, especially your inner cities like your UIC, your DePaul. It stretches to Northern. It stretches to I-State. Man, Eastern. All of them got put on notice when he signed on the dotted line and that announcement came out. Every AD was like, "Damn."
Well, Nick could be a head coach, but I give him like about 2 years. Some school gonna drop that bag. Some school gonna give him that bag to come there. But they already see the impact he had as an assistant coach. Just think if he the head coach run his own program, man, as long as he run it clean, he gonna be good.
It would have been great had he landed at Illinois.
Well, we
didn't say that. Had he landed there.
We didn't say that about Illinois for the last 20 years, man. Back when Landon Cox, was trying to get down there, and the coach from Simeon. Then you had coach from Whitney Young. A lot of them have been trying to get down there, but it's always been, that hard stop.
That's the thing, because I think Dude can actually coach. Dude, U of I coach, he can actually coach, man. Dude's a pretty good coach, but recruiting wise, that's gonna be the problem. I mean, they still get a couple players just based off being the Big Orange, but like you say, with moves like this, with like Nick Irvin, something like that, when these type of moves start happening, it's a game changer.
But
that's what I'm saying. He needs a Chicago connection. That's what I'm saying. He needs a Chicago connection. Right. I'm not saying he's a terrible coach, but he doesn't have a pipeline to Chicago.
Right. Exactly.
But you notice that the year whenever there's a year that Chicago Public League's coaches are interviewing at Illinois and they don't get the job, they don't see Chicago players for another 2 years. It's like they boycott them, man. Put a ban. Don't go to Illinois, man. They just diss the Chicago Public League yet another year.
Yeah, well, I mean, it would only make sense. That's like when Michigan brought in Juwan Howard. It makes sense to bring in, either a legendary, either a legendary player or somebody with the pipeline. I don't know what Illinois been on. It happened back with Lou Henson and Jimmy Collins. Jimmy Collins ended up at UIC for a minute.
Yeah,
he got a few players over there. Sherelle Ford, he got a couple of cats over there, man. He did his thing.
Right. I heard that Steve Bartle was looking in to trying to latch on and get out of the booth and actually get him a coaching job at U of I. And that would be a strong start for them because he's a legend down there.
Yeah.
Flying a line out.
Yeah, and Bartle got a lot of connections to the city too. He definitely got a lot of connections. That could be a good pipeline, man. But I don't know, dude. I think dude gonna last for a minute. They were pretty good last year. He'll be there for a minute.
Yep.
And I mean, they had some nice players. They had some players that can actually go to the league last year. That big boy, the big center. I mean, he was putting up numbers.
Oh yeah. Dude was balling.
Yeah, he was big dude. He was one of them cats that walk in the room and now you block out the sun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that's
break it up, Kev. Repeat what you said.
I can't hear.
Actually, their best player was Lagarde. Yeah, actually, their best player was a Lagarde, man. Their best player. Can y'all hear me?
You kind of going in and out, man. I heard you say their best player was the guard. Yeah, he was good. He was good.
Yeah, Gandy put on here. His last name is Cockburn, and I think he's for real.
Hey,
that's really
this a family show, man. You shouldn't be saying words like that. You shouldn't be saying words like that.
That's his name, man. I can't help but pay his name.
Hey,
that's the big man?
Yeah, the man named Cockburn. That's what Gandy put on here.
Just imagine the announcer. Cockburn to the line.
Man, my God. Oh, my God. No, I think the guard.
Basket by Cock. No, the guard was like a new. The guard had a short name, like a new or something like that.
Oh, no, so that was the big boy named Cockburn. They should just put on the back of his jersey, STD. Keep it short and simple.
Whoa.
Keep it short and simple.
Whoa.
Hey, man.
I could have said gonorrhea.
Whoa. Y'all tripping, man. Come on, man. It's a family show, man.
Hey, man,
That's a college kid, man.
Hey, man, leave that man's family name alone.
That's a college kid, man.
When he get married,
My bad, fam.
When he get married, do you take Mr. Cockburn?
Your lawfully wedded husband. Man, y'all talking about that man family. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all
and better yet, she got to change her legal name to that.
Hey, I guarantee she's like, no, I'm gonna keep my name.
Look, Joe said Cockburn to the middle. Oh no, that's terrible.
You in class?
Oh, terrible.
You in class? They be like, Cockburn, are you here?
Hey,
Cockburn.
Hey, we thank y'all for tuning in. This may be our last show. They may ban us. You may be banned. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Hey, man, we 30 seconds out, man. We're going to take a short break, man, and we'll be right back with you guys. So we got 30 seconds in. I swear you got me crying over here with the cockburn, man. So I'm glad we're taking a break in the action right now, man, because my eyes is burning from the smoke of tears right now. Because I just see the science teacher like, cockburn, are you here?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
So we're taking a short break, man, and we'll be right back with you.
Oh. Thank you.
What'd you say about my headphones, man?
One little ear for you again.
This really the first day I had problems in here, man. I ain't never had problems.
Yeah, I didn't know there was glass in the back of my damn.
But like I say, I ain't at the crib either.
Hey, we back, man. I'm sorry, man. I still can't get off of the cockburn, man. I'm sorry.
Well, when some big dude run up on you in the alley, Donkey Kong,
hey,
you know what?
I'm gonna be like, hey, who are you? I'm Mr. Cockburn.
Come on, man. Off that man.
Come on, man. It ain't his fault, man. That's his name, man. That ain't his fault.
Hey,
boy,
man.
Could you imagine the jokes we would have had if he played with us, man?
Hey.
Oh,
listen,
my God.
Just imagine if he came up into the cigar shop right now.
Yeah, fam. Don't touch the cigar. Stay out the cigar shop.
Yeah, stay out the cigar shop, man, because it's gonna be no holds barred on you.
We got a fella named Tony Barber that'll roast you to death.
What you smoking on, Cockburn? All right, man. Let's keep this trade moving, man. Let's get off into some NFL, man. So the city of brotherly love. Now, city officials say no sports team is going to be able to play with fans. That includes the Eagles, the Phillies, the Sixers. That's their rule, their policy. No fans for health and safety concerns.
Huh?
I think that'll change as the year goes on.
You think the Shield gonna allow that? If say you got the other 30+ teams playing with, maybe 3/4 to half of their capacity, but then you go to a Philly game, no fans, and Philly fans are crazy.
Yes, sir.
And you gonna tell them no?
They will put hands on you in Philly. Hands and
right.
feet.
I think if other arenas, particularly the Shield, if other arenas add fans, 25%, whatever it is, season ticket holders, whatever, I think it'll be hard for Philly to hold on to that. In other words, other arenas got 25% of their fans or whatever, really season ticket holders. It'll be hard for you not to. You know what I mean? Like I don't think they can do that the whole year. I mean they can, but I don't think they will. I think they'll jump on board with everybody else.
Imagine the fans boycotting in Philly. Talking about a riot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they nuts.
They nuts, man.
That's going to be tough, but I mean, how can the NFL regulate that? I mean, that should be each individual owner's decision. And if the city says that it's an ordinance to say hey, no fans, and nothing can be done, you just gotta go with it. Now I don't know what that means for they season ticket holders. I don't know how they doing that, but yeah, it is what it is.
I think they'll come around, man. I think they'll come around.
So just remember who we dealing with. As Kev will say, this is the Shield.
Mm-hmm. It is the Shield. And like I said, if it goes around the league and every owner, whoever owns the stadium, whatever, they commit to 25% of the fans spread out, right? Social distancing. I don't see how Philly can say no. We're not doing it. Like I don't see them doing it. I really don't.
Well, it's going back. So what if it's a city where it's a spike in the COVID? You know, it may.
And there's no way around on that part.
Right. There's no way around it. I think they just trying to preventive measures that they taking, which is it's kind of smart, man. Actually, I think everybody should adopt that for this season, man. Just no fans. We get used to it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Put a couple of blow-up dolls in the stands, man. Some cardboard pictures. It'd be all good.
Now that looks stupid. You gonna put blow-up dolls in the stands?
Hey, I can tell you this: if I was in New York Knicks, I'd just put all cardboard faces of Spike Lee all throughout the stadium.
Damn. Mo better blue.
Mo better. Giant.
Yeah, if you want to make it look worse, put Dolan on it.
Oh no. That's trash. That's a trash stadium then. That means they didn't clean up the trash.
Man, did you see that? Who did that? Soccer had the little virtual fan, whatever that was, the cartoon character. That looks stupid, man. You don't need no fans in the stands, man. It's what we got to deal with, man. I think right now we'll take sports any way we can get it. If it come down to having fans in the stands or between having fans in the stands and no sports at all, we're stay home, watch it on TV, whatever.
Right. We're taking what we can get right now.
We lost Lefty. I don't know what happened to him.
We have some real technical difficulties today, man. That's the most we ever had.
Yeah, I know, man, but it's like that after nights we be having. You see, I'm drinking on coffee right now, man, and it's everything.
My night ain't stopped.
Yeah, you seem to be getting it in. You seem to be getting it in right now.
Yeah. Well, you only get one life, baby.
I get you. I hope your camera do not pan the room because I don't want to see what went on or what's just went on.
Hey, man, that's neither here nor there.
I got you, man. So let's talk about the Browns contract for Myles Garrett. $125 million for 5 years. Now, with this team, they got 9 players receiving $10 million or more per year, man. 9 players on their roster. Now, Myles Garrett get $125 million for 5 years, man. Now, this is the same player that got into that brawl.
Right.
Now that brawl has nothing to do with the man's playing skills. He a hell of a fine player. I give you that. He a hell of a fine player. But with that fight, when he's with the Steelers, is he deserving of this $125 million 5-year contract, Kev? What's up?
I think his play on the field says he deserves it. His play on the field says he deserves it. Now, you know the funny part you just mentioned. The man swung a helmet, right? He got suspended for the rest of the year, right? Technically, he hasn't played a down since he got suspended. And when he comes back, he got a $125 million contract. Now, you explain that. The last time we saw him on the field was swinging a helmet. The man comes back, his first game back, with a brand new contract. Now, what kind of precedent does that set? Please explain that. His play on the field, he deserves it.
Lefty, we talking about the Cleveland Browns. They got 9 players that are receiving $10 million per year. Myles Garrett just signed a $125 million contract. And like Kev said, last time you saw him play, he was swinging a helmet in a brawl in the game. Now, he said it was some racial slurs that prompted all of this, but is he deserving of this contract? Man, you get suspended, now you coming back to that bag? What's your thoughts?
Right.
Like you said, to play on the field, he deserves it, man, and he plays a prime position. So, I mean, he definitely deserves it. I don't think, you know, that incident, it don't make him a head case now. He pulled one more stupid thing though. That's going to definitely be a bad look. The Browns still suck. I don't care how many players they get $10 million to.
Damn.
That's the problem with their front office. And with the cap, and I watch what's going to happen when other contracts come up. They're going to start losing players. You know, I don't know. And they got to decide what they're going to do with Baker Mayfield after this season. Because I think if he have another mediocre season, they're going to have to think about making a move. You know, because it's almost time for that 4th, 5th year option thing, and then that big contract coming up. So that's the thing. They got to think about that too. I can see. I understand they're trying to lock players up now before they have to get a quarterback the big contract, because by the time Baker get on deck, just say come out and have a good year. You know, the stage is set with the $40 million right now.
Yeah, but you could tag him. You can tag him for a minute.
Yeah, but that tag gonna be costly. That tag gonna be, by the time he up, that tag gonna be like over $40 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because the market going up. You got Deshaun Watson and
Lamar.
Lamar
Jackson, yeah.
Lamar still got a couple years, but Deshaun Watson is coming up.
Oh, this Lamar third season. He coming up quick.
Yeah, he coming up quick, man. Because you get a 4-year contract, so he coming up. We ain't lost Lefty again. I do want to say big ups to Will out there, saying you deserve what they're willing to give you.
True story. And like I say, Deshaun is coming up. Okay, let's say Lamar coming up. They're gonna keep resetting the market. So yeah, you're gonna make a decision on Baker. Have they paid Nick Chubb yet? How about doing that? I know he's a running back, but you need him. Jarvis Landry, I think, is under contract. Beckham is under contract. So yeah, they paying a lot of money out. Can you at least make the playoffs? How about that? And like Lucky said, Cleveland is terrible. Let's make no mistake about it. It's just their management, not their fault. They had all that talent last year, expectations and everything, and did nothing. The quarterback ran off at the mouth better than he threw on the field. So we'll see. We'll see. AFC is tough though. They got the talent, but they can't get out their own division. Pittsburgh, Baltimore, come on, man. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, that's a hellified division they in, and I mean it's strong. It's strong when it comes to trying to get out that division, man. And will they be able to do so? I highly doubt it.
I doubt it. And now you got all this money going out. Now you're gonna have to make the team better in certain aspects. So now they're probably gonna try, like, they got some decisions, man. And like you say, Baker coming up, what do you do with him? Do you franchise him at between 35 and 40 million? I don't know. I don't know.
Yo, I'm back. Sorry about that technical difficulty. I had to switch over to my phone.
Man, are you running from the police or something, man?
I had to switch over to my phone, so my laptop must be overheating or something.
Okay. Well, if you outside sitting in that heat, I guarantee you it's overheating.
Right. You about to overheat.
Those are facts.
So guess what? I got my phone on 911. So if you pass out right now, I'm gonna call for you, bro.
I appreciate you looking out for me.
I got you. I might delay it about 30 seconds, but I got you.
Don't let me die. Thought we was boys.
Remember the alley-oop comment at the beginning of the show.
Well, you started talking about my back.
Now, since we just was talking about the contracts, man. So we're gonna go on to. I want to talk about the quarterback contract controversy, but I'm gonna say that for last in this NFL segment. But I do want to talk about Derrick Henry, new contract, 4 years, $50 million extension. Now, a lot of people are saying that he shorted himself. He shorted himself. He should have asked for more because he was so dominant last year, man. But there's some things about Derrick Henry that people ain't realizing. He don't catch out the backfield. He will truck you now. He will run you over and make you rethink your whole football life. But he don't catch out of the backfield, man. And with him being such a bruising running back, he takes a lot of beating. It's a lot of wear and tear on a running back. So did the Titans do the right thing and give him what they feel is fair market for a running back? And I know, Lefty, you love to go in on the running backs now because they come a dime a dozen. So I'm gonna let you go in on this first.
Yeah, I think they did the right thing. I mean, it was you got to look at Derrick Henry. What he in his 30s now, right? He ain't no young player. So
no, he ain't in his 30s.
He got to be close to. Derrick Henry been around for a while. He got to be close to 30.
I just saw that and I forgot it.
But just the fact that, like you say, with that position, but he is a big part of that team. And the Titans, I don't know if they were just some one hit wonders or whatever it was, but to secure your best player, yeah, you did the right thing. And Henry, I think Derrick Henry was smart with it. Go ahead and take that, because it's for running backs, telling you're not gonna get ain't gonna be too many Ezekiel Elliott type contracts. It's just not gonna happen. I don't think people are gonna follow suit on that. So they did the right thing.
KDL.
I got a different view. First of all, they did not do the right thing. They should have franchised Tannehill, who had 6 good games. Remember, he was the starting quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. And how did that go?
Facts.
So he had 6 good games with the Titans and got hot, and they rewarded him with a new contract. What they should have did was tagged him and made him earn that contract for another year, pay your bruiser, because he's the real reason you got to the playoffs and you were successful. They got a good defense, too, but we just talking about offense. Derrick Henry should have got paid more than $50 million. Outside of Ezekiel Elliott, dude in Charlotte, McCaffrey, Le'Veon Bell, maybe. Name me another running back, top 5 running back. I'm not saying you should overpay running backs, don't get me wrong. But look at the running back market. Your Ezekiel Elliott, your Le'Veon Bell, that kind of runner. You tell me Derrick Henry should not get paid like that for what he means and what he did for Tennessee. You telling me he shouldn't get paid among those quarterbacks? Among those, Charlotte didn't even make the playoffs.
But I think you're also looking at like being said, his versatility. I mean, he's a bruiser. How long is he even gonna last? I mean that style of run, you're not gonna last long, man. Like. So I think Tennessee did the right thing.
I don't think he can't regenerate his body. He can't regenerate his body like AP. AP was a different type of animal, man. It's Derrick Henry, that dude, once he gets, beat up, because teams out the game for him now. They know he doesn't catch out of the backfield. So, man, they going to spy him, they going to double up, and they going to bruise him so that he won't be effective. That's a bruiser. You got to send some bruises at him.
Okay, look, man. We can't predict the future, right? Who's to say he's gonna? Hey, what if he stays long like AP? Like, we don't know that. When it's time to get paid, pay the man. I'm not gonna. Well, I don't know how long you're gonna last. I'm glad you did this. I'll just give you. No, man. When it's time to get paid, you only get a certain amount of times in the NFL. Pay that man. You can't tell me he's not one of the top running backs in the league. And then you value Tannehill over him. Derrick Henry means more than Tennessee than Tannehill.
But once again, Kev, we talking about positions, though. We talking about prime positions, man. You're gonna do what you can to secure. You're gonna do what you can to secure your quarterback. You're gonna do what you can to secure your running back. So he's 26. Derrick Henry's 26 years old. So his extension, so under 5 years, so he'd be what, 31 when the contract is up.
31.
He'd be 31. And like we said, with his running style, how long is he gonna last?
I'm not saying give him a 10-year contract. I'm not saying give him a 10-year contract.
But even the money.
You could have gave him the same 4 or 5 years. I agree with that. That's a running back. So you give him 4 or 5 years, right? We agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. You agree he only should have got $50 million?
Depending on how much was guaranteed. Depending on how much is guaranteed. If the whole 50 guaranteed, then it's a good deal, right?
If the 50 guaranteed.
Even if it's 30, even if 30 million is guaranteed, then that's not a bad deal. You know, NFL's all about the guaranteed money.
That is true. Get that guaranteed money out the gate.
No, I agree with that. But I just think Derrick Henry's contract should have been bigger than that. I just think his money should have been bigger than that. He deserved more than that, and Tennessee blew it.
Well, maybe he should have got He should have got Kirk Cousins' agent. How about that?
Right.
Yeah. Well, he was already on the tag. He was on the tag. He accepted the deal at the last minute. He had already signed the tag.
Right. Okay, so 25.5. So 25.5 million of it is guaranteed. So I mean, it's not.
That's half of it guaranteed.
That's half of it's guaranteed. So that's not bad.
Well, okay. So half of it is guaranteed. Okay. All
right. And like we say, man, he gonna take a beating. They gonna run that man into the ground. You already know Tannehill, your quarterback. You better run him into the ground. Right. But at some point, you know.
And that's why he should have got paid more.
Well, that's true. But
you're gonna run him in the ground.
We got to maybe look at their cap situation, man. Maybe they got some players coming up they want to keep. But hey, I don't know. He took it, so blame his agent.
Well, like you said, KDL, they have a fairly decent defense. So now you got to put all that on the table and say, okay, we want to keep this defense good. Somebody on that defense is up to get paid.
Yeah,
well, that's true.
So from a business standpoint, you gotta work them numbers and all of that, and they numbers probably said we can't go to more than 50 for you for 4 years. We can give you, half of it guaranteed.
And at some point they're gonna have to tandem him. They're gonna have to put a more versatile running back there with him, to kind of tandem out. He's not gonna last. He's not gonna last 4 or 5 years running the way he run.
Yeah, that is true.
They got it.
No way.
They got to put like a McCaffrey. They got to put somebody that can catch the ball out the backfield.
Right. You got to get somebody else in there.
Yeah, because if not, defenses alone gonna eat you alive.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna eat you alive if you ain't got that change of pace back.
Exactly.
Yeah, they need that.
So let's talk about your boy, Dak Prescott. Mr. Dak opted not to sign the $100 million contract. He is now franchised. So let's look at the deadline was this past week. I think it was like Wednesday. He didn't sign the deal. Now let's look at Dak. His record against teams above 500, 6-17. He's 6-17 versus teams 500 or better. Now his against the same 500 teams, TDs to interception, 25-25. KDL, let's go.
I am here today to represent Dak Prescott. I will take all questions as asked. Number one, we need to stop with his record towards 500 teams or better teams and all that, because as we all know, the Dallas Cowboys defense is terrible. And this is not all Dak Prescott's fault. He has a wide receiver who just happened to get a $100 million contract, has, in my eyes, quit in the middle of games. But that's neither here nor there. We want to put all this on Dak because now it's Dak's time to get paid. The man was a fourth-round draft pick, then won at least 10 games a year since he's been in the league. Not too many quarterbacks can say that. Has he been playoffs or Super Bowl successful? No. But I remember a guy in Dallas named Tony Romo. Tony Romo got, I think, 2 contracts on Jerry Jones' watch. 2. This is the first time Dak is up for a contract out of his rookie year. And what do you do, Jerry Jones? And now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Dallas did not offer him a contract. I'm not saying that.
They put it out there for him.
It wasn't a cheap contract at that. So I get that. But that wants 4 years. They want 5 years. Right? So I just ask myself, why is it so hard to pay your quarterback when you've paid everybody around you? but you won't take care of the quarterback. Why is that? Let's ask ourselves that. Why is it so hard for Dak Prescott to get a contract when all these other quarterbacks and members of his own team got contracts? No problem.
I'm doing my horse shack.
That had 2 years
I'm doing
left.
my horse shack. So
They got a contract.
To answer your question, Kev, they don't trust him as their future quarterback.
Okay.
Lefty, let's go ahead, Lefty.
Okay.
Let's go in.
Well,
Let's go.
Well, then let him go then.
I gotta agree with Ben on that. It's clearly they don't trust him, and Jerry Jones is just gonna play hardball with him. But I think Dak, playing under the franchise was a smart move. He gambled on himself. That man betting on himself. Man, the price of the brick just went up. Mahomes just set the standard. So
that's true. So let me ask y'all this: do y'all think? So he's 1 year, what, $31 million this year, right?
Yep.
Goes up to, if they franchise it next year, it goes up to 38, right? Mm-hmm. So do y'all see the Kirk Cousins effect coming on? Or do y'all think before next year, before they tag him again, let's say Dallas has a good year. Let's say they make a play. Do Jerry give in and give him his contract after he's played yet another year? Or are you gonna play the tag game? What do y'all think?
Nah, if he ball out this year, they gonna give him what he want. And if he ball out this year, he gonna surpass that $38 million. He'll get on a second franchise. If he ball out, he gonna get 40 plus. So I think he gambled on himself. It could be a smart move, man. You betting on yourself.
You betting on yourself, and you know while this year going on, Deshaun Watson is liable to sign a new deal. Exactly. That's going to change the market again.
Price of the brick going up some more.
So don't y'all think Jerry Jones is making a mistake right now? He's letting it, because it could go either way. Dak can have a bad year, and it would justify Jerry not giving him his money. He can have a good year, and now the market is going up. I'm not saying that Jerry ain't got the money, but I'm saying the market is steady going up. Deshaun Watson coming up next. So now when it's time for him to give Dak his money, now you got to pay him more than you did.
Then Lamar after that.
Right.
So, I mean, definitely. So, but I think Dak and his agent looking at it, I don't see what was the big hold up over that 1 year though. It had to be more. I don't know if it was a guaranteed money, man. Like it was over a 4 year, 5 year deal. I don't really see what the hold up was. I think Dallas should have caved. I totally agree with you. They should have been got him done. And I think they should have did it over putting all their money into the running back,
who had 2 years left on his deal, by the way.
Right. Dak should have been a priority.
Yeah, he's the quarterback.
Well, you know, I really feel that Lefty is correct. He's betting on himself and taking that gamble. If you can't bet on yourself, you shouldn't even be playing. Right. Secondly, I believe Jerry don't trust him and is pretty much saying it without saying it. Prove yourself, young man. Show me what you got, and then I'll go ahead and write that check. Because like you said, if he has a great year, Jerry's going to have to pay. And then at that point, I don't think Jerry's going to have a problem with signing that check.
Okay. I'm going to piggyback on what you're saying. What more does Dak have to prove? And let me ask it this way. When your defense gets scored on, and Dak, let's say he throws 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but your defense consistently gets scored on by all these high-priced players you got back there, and they can't stop nobody, right? They can't get in the playoff. They can't beat the Eagles. Like, they barely beat the Giants. Like, what more do you want Dak to do? Exactly. Please answer me that.
I'm throwing a flag on the play, Kev.
Everything is coming down to Dak, man, and not the team. I don't understand.
Don't throw that out there no more, man. I'm throw flag on that. It's easy to beat the Giants.
But no, Kev is right. I mean, it does go to the value of the position. But Jerry clearly shows you, like, the players that he value and trust, he will pay you. He ain't no cheapskate. He definitely ain't no cheapskate. He will open up that bag for you. So it's something. It's something in there. I don't know if they trying. I don't know why they doing this bargain basement dealing with their quarterback. It don't make no sense to me, but it just shows value to me.
Well, guess what?
But y'all,
guess what? Dak and Jerry are in an entanglement right now. We're gonna use this word again. They in an entanglement. And they having trust issues right now.
And Andy Dalton is the side dude.
Right. They are in a pure entanglement right now.
Andy Dalton.
And the fact that they gave a backup $9 million, it really show how much I don't think they trust him. I'm with Ben all the way on that. It's something they not feeling.
Hey, Jerry kind of like
we never heard the money. We never heard the guarantee money, y'all. Y'all gotta remember that. We never heard the guarantee money. Never heard the guarantee money. So it could be that.
But you know what? Shout out to Dak Prescott, man. I think, the way he's handling it well. He could have pouted and threatened to sit out. He said, "No, give me the tag and let me go out here and ball out and show you what I'm worth." So, man, shout out to him. And you haven't heard him publicly bash anybody. And his agent, they keeping the negotiations low key, and nobody's really out talking about it. So, no, that's real professional of him, man. Shout out to that dude.
Shout out to him, but his brother holding no holds barred, baby.
Man,
shout out to
that, what? Though. Now I did see that. Now his brother should look at Derrick Rose and see how his brother
doing the Reggie Rose up.
Yes, he needs to sit down and go have some of that GFYT.
Hey man, he's taking up for his brother, man. He ain't doing it like Derrick Rose brother did, all up in the way. He just made one comment. He ain't been going off. He just made a comment. Pay his brother. And we also know Jerry Jones is he's an arrogant dude, man. He ain't gonna keep getting punked. You just feel like he let Ezekiel Elliott punk him. Making him trying to re-up him with 2 years left on his deal, sitting out, not coming to camp and all that. So I don't think Jerry gonna let too many people punk him, man. He just not. But wait. He had 2 years left, like you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dak is an outright free agent.
No, I agree.
Can't compare that. We're not.
No. What I'm saying is, he like, hey, Jerry, like, this what's on the table. Is this what you gonna take? We gonna tag you. You ain't finna keep going back and forth. Yeah, he did play him like that. Yeah, he played him like, you ain't finna keep punking me.
But like you said, to Dak's credit, he ain't all in the media. He's not threatening to hold out or whatever. He snatched that $30 million though. Let me go on sign that.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a raise. What, 4th round pick? Yeah, right. What, maybe making what, $2-3 million? Just jumped up to $31 million, just like that. So that's a hell of a raise.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take that.
Yeah.
Now let's work on the contract.
Right. So now let's shift gears here. Let's talk about NBA, because that's why, like, everybody is saying, man, that's the hottest thing coming. That's what everybody's looking for.
Yes,
everybody want to see. Everybody wants to see LBJ. You want to see AD. You want to see, the clip show. You want to see, marquee matchups. You want the Greek Freak. You want the NBA. Let's just keep it real. NBA is back in what? 2 weeks, right, Kev?
Yes, sir. July 30th.
2 weeks. So now, some of the big news that's been going on right now. Westbrook, tested positive. They hold him out before he comes to the bubble. James Harden, he didn't show up in the bubble because they was working out together. So now here comes this dynamic with when the stars go down. How does that affect the league? Let's speak on that for a moment. KDL, let's go.
I don't think it affects the league now because technically they had 2 weeks to get in shape. If anybody tests positive as the season goes on, they got to sit out 2 weeks. Here's where it's going to come into play. Now, I don't know how people would test positive without leaving the bubble because they get tested all the time once the season actually starts. So I don't know how anybody would test positive. But the problem is going to be if anybody tests positive come playoff time. And it depends on who gets tested, what stars or whatever gets tested come back positive. They got to sit out 2 weeks. That's when it's going to be the nitty gritty. That's when it's going to hit the fan. Right now, it's really no big deal because Bledsoe of Milwaukee is not there either. He tested positive. So they got time to come in, but you still got players going out. Montrezl Harrell just left. Zion just left. Family emergencies. Now they got to come back and be quarantined before they can get back with the team because they left the bubble. So
we're gonna get on that.
We're
gonna get on the leaving the bubble thing in a minute, but
okay.
Let's talk about the Stars. You know, and I've said it for a couple of weeks now. When the season goes on, what happens when one of your stars go down? What if it's a major game? Now this person has tested positive, and now they can't play. They have to be quarantined, so you can't be on the floor. Just imagine if one of the Lakers' top 3 players goes down, changes the whole dynamic, right?
Yep.
Lefty.
I mean, hey, you said it all. That's it. I mean, it's going, like you said, right now. You know, you set out 14 days. You back just in time, but you definitely don't want to play your Western Conference Finals and LeBron got to sit out. I mean, that changes
that's detrimental.
That's it.
That's
so
detrimental.
It can definitely COVID could decide the championship this year, unfortunately.
Yeah. Now, Big Joe says the restrictions down there, because he's down there in Florida. He lives in Florida. So he say the restrictions down there are very tight.
Mm-hmm.
Tight like prom night.
It's a family show, man. It's a family show.
So
the thing is though, Ben, they get tested just about every day, right? They can only go so far in the bubble. Like they can go outside and play golf, all that, but they can only go so far within the bubble, and they get tested the next day. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be hard for somebody in the bubble to catch it now because they're being tested so much. They're around people that's tested, negative. I think it's just going to be people coming in and out of there, But I really think, and I pray to God this is not true. But I think injuries are going to catch up with a lot of people more so than COVID. If you're in the bubble, you can't go anywhere and you're getting tested every day, there's less chance of you catching the COVID, right? I think these injuries, because they're going to be forced to ramp it up quick like. These little 8 games going to fly, man, and they're going to be in the playoffs. So it's going to show that you ain't played ball in 4 months when a hamstring comes up, when a shoulder comes up, with a, I just think injuries more so than COVID, man. But like I said, if your LeBrons, your Giannis's, if they test positive some kind of way in the playoffs start, that's going to be detrimental, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be detrimental. But like I say, I can't see how you would catch it now. You know what I mean? You test it every day. You're around people that's negative. Like, how would it somehow get in the bubble? Like, I don't.
Well, depending on how tight the bubble is as far as outsiders coming in, workers, things like that. I mean, it's definitely a chance, man. And if this thing is really airborne, like some people are saying it is, just don't know, man. Bubble or no bubble. I mean, it's not 100% guaranteed that somebody's not going to test positive around playoff time, especially if it spike again. And they're going to be playoffs are going to be right in when they predicting the big spike to hit. So it's definitely a game changer. But I do agree, injuries are that's true in any sport, any time, even if it was a regular year, injuries could change the whole thing. But you do got to worry about hamstrings and stuff like that. Some of the guys that aren't in shape, even with these 8 games, man. What if you playing LeBron or Giannis, and in one of these games they really, because their positions are pretty solidified. What if one of them hamstring? LeBron got that groin thing. What if that happens? And we know how fragile AD is. So just got to see, man. It's all a gamble. It's all a risk.
Yeah, it's all a risk, man. I hope it plays out, man, and it don't.
This is AD. This is AD.
Man, call the man paper.
Wow,
man.
You gonna disrespect a man like that?
He's from Chicago, man.
He's from the shop, man. But come on, man. A hangnail will put that dude on the shelf for 2 weeks.
No. You know what? Honestly, I think that's kind of misconception with him, man. I think if it's in meaningful, they playing meaningful games, playoffs, man. I don't think he's gonna let no little injury sit him out. Of course, if you ain't playing for nothing, it's like, hey, my hamstring hurt. I ain't playing. I'm gonna sit out and rest until I get 100%. He'll play through injuries through this, though. He got a chance at a championship. He's gonna play through injuries.
So let's talk about this bubble. let's talk about this bubble, man. Since it's a couple things that have been talked about since the teams arrived. You know, you got players that have posted the meals that the NBA has been providing them, man, because each team is assigned a chef. You know, so you know some players and got bird food. Then they turn around and they see LeBron posting lobster, taco night, and all that because from the rumors is LeBron had brought his chef there. His chef is under quarantine with them. So, you know, they're a little upset. I mean, I say you spend your money the right way, and LeBron's spending his money on chef and his body.
Well, if you're on that level, you can do that. So they say, no, we got a chef. LeBron say, no, I got a chef. We good. You can get that to another team. We good. I mean, you can do that.
Jay Will kind of snapped on the NBA players, man, for complaining. He did go in on Rondo and some of these players for saying that they are spoiled NBA players complaining about food and hotels. Not a good look, because he said he compared it to some of these people that are out here that eats or lives nowhere near the lifestyle that you live. I mean, now you don't want to cry, complain, and all of that because you got some meals that you not used to eating, or like Rondo comparing his hotel to a Motel 6, which was a lie. You in Disneyland. Ain't no Motel 6s.
Definitely
in the bubble.
Yeah. And trust me, that doesn't look like a Motel 6, but carry on.
Right. So, Lefty, what's your thoughts on getting Jay Will, man? You smoking or you ashing that one?
I'm gonna smoke to that. I totally agree with them. They being spoiled, man. Look, y'all millionaires, man. Y'all get paid millions of dollars. They ain't feeding you jail food. You ain't eating bologna sandwiches, man. Like, man, get in there, do your thing for these 3 months, and get it over with, man. The fact just to be like something as minor as that, you know, they ain't feeding them Domino's pizza or you know, you ain't eating Papa John's and all that. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're eating good. So no, that's just they are being spoiled. You can't complain about that. And if you LeBron, like you say, he spent his money, he got it like that, and he the face of the league. So yeah, he gonna do what he do.
KDL.
I agree. I think they were wrong to put that on social media. Rondo talking about a Motel 6, that looks nothing like a Motel 6 for those of us that's actually been there. I think it was wrong for Dwight Howard to walk around talking about somebody snitched on him.
Whoa, we're going to get to that.
He was filming.
We're going to get to that.
Walking around without a mask. So what are you talking about?
Hey, we're going to get to that. Hold on that.
I think all this complaining, man.
So what effect?
I think all this complaining is ridiculous, man, and they especially shouldn't put it on.
I mean, especially a time when unemployment is high, man. Some people out here struggling, man, and to hear millionaires complaining about, you know, what they being fed and the luxury hotels that they staying in. It's a bad look image wise. Like somebody, it's like you got to have a publicist to come in and be like, shut the hell up. It ain't what I want to say, but it's a family show. Shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Just, man, roll with it.
Right.
Do you think that
what are you doing?
Do you think Zion leaving the bubble is going to affect him? Because they just said it was a serious family matter and the team won't speak on it any further than that. Do you think what's going on is going to affect Zion when he comes back?
I don't think so. I think basketball will be his getaway. More than likely, family matter. That means either somebody's sick or it's probably a death in the family. So he had to immediately leave. I get it. But they say he was in great shape. He kept his body in great shape. And I think when he comes back, yeah, you know, if anything happens in your family, especially to a close loved one, you shook. But I think basketball will be his outlet. Like you always, you get away from life when you step on that court sometimes. It's a getaway. You know, and then he back in the bubble, he back with his guys, he back with his teammates. Everybody's showing love. And I think basketball will be his getaway. And that's probably how he would use it.
What's your thoughts, Lef?
I agree with Kev. Unless he is back, right? He's already back with the team.
I did not hear that he was back because he just left midweek.
I didn't hear he was back either.
He just left midweek.
So I think it's going to depend on when he comes back because he does have to quarantine 14 days, and they playing for that playoff spot. So if he has to miss a game or two, due to the quarantine, that could hurt the Pelicans. That could definitely kill their playoff chances. I mean, they need to almost not run the gauntlet, but hey, to catch Memphis, they need them. So it's going to depend on how long he's out. Because that 1 or 2 games he misses could cost him the playoff spot.
So, KDL, I'm gonna let you go first on this one because you kind of alluded to it already. So the NBA has installed a hotline for anonymous calls for bubble violations. So basically, it's a snitch line. So you already alluded to it. So let's go.
I think it's ridiculous to have a snitch line. I think you should be able to talk to a grown person and say, hey, man, when we outside, when we doing this, when we inside, we playing ping pong, whatever it is, we got to wear our mask, bro. Come on, man, before you ruin it for everybody, right? Just do what you're supposed to be doing. I don't think you should then be able to get on the line and tell on somebody. Come on, man. We basketball players. There's man codes and there's locker room codes. And there's certain stuff you just don't do, man. You don't tell on nobody. You should be able to walk up to a grown man and say, hey, man, put your damn mask on. They say when we walking around here so-and-so, or when we go outside, play golf, and we come back, whatever it is, we got to wear our mask, bro. We can only go so far. Follow the damn rules or you blow it for everybody, right? You should be able to have a conversation like that. You should have a damn snitch line. The White House walking around talking somebody snitched on you.
I gotta disagree with you, Kev. I gotta disagree with you on that.
Come on, man. You would have snitched line?
I'm not saying I would do it, but if someone's concerned for their health, if you out here not doing what you're supposed to do and you can affect me, I mean, hey, it's an anonymous line, man. You gotta keep guys in check. And let's be totally honest, there's a lot of immature cats in the NBA. It's a lot of young, immature dudes. So
I get it. So walk up to them and have a conversation.
Well, I ain't gonna walk up to you without no mask on. And then you've been outside the bubble and did something stupid. Send you a text message? Come on, dog, get yourself together. No, man, we all know somebody's going to violate the rules. If you're concerned for your health, then I ain't got no problem with it. Concern your health, your family's health, whoever, other teammates. No, man.
Low key,
they already did.
Hey, low key,
did. Somebody.
Low key, they should call it the Karen line.
Not the Karen.
The Karen.
It's the Karen line, boy. Snitching. Somebody sitting over in the corner like, hey, Dwight Howard out here without a mask.
He's going to be out there. Him outside.
Right. Him outside right now.
Him outside.
And then he live on IG. Yeah, Michael Beasley just bounced. Hey, I can't do all this, man. I'm out. But look, you got Dwight Howard live on IG talking about somebody snitched on him. But he's clearly outside coming in the building. He has on no mask. And somebody snitched on him. Hey, stop, man. Stop.
First of all, how you violating the rule and you 7'1"?
You can't hide.
You ain't hiding from nobody.
Everybody see you, bro.
7'1" with dusty dreads and what you trying to be low key? Oh man, somebody was gonna tell on him. Could have been a worker, one of the workers or somebody. They concerned for their health.
Hey,
just wear the damn mask.
Wear the damn mask.
Hey,
somebody already violated. Somebody went to pick up some pickup food or something, man.
Yeah, right. he went outside
too far outside the bubble.
Right.
Yeah,
so guess what? Guess what? Dwight Howard, you just been cockburned.
There you go. Watch your back in the dog alley, boy. Watch your back in the dog alley.
That's the cock. He been cockburned.
Let me
better hope dude ain't from Chicago.
Hey, that's the big boy, Mr. Cockburn. My bad. I apologize.
Yeah.
I
That's a
apologize
big
for
boy.
the STD comment. My bad, man. Don't Donkey Kong me when you see it, if you ever run into me.
So now NBA has given the okay for messages on the back of jerseys now. Now they've only agreed upon to like 3 or 4 messages regarding social injustice. LeBron not going. He said he is not. He is wearing his name on his jersey, and he will not wear one of those slogans or phrases that's on there. You know, and a lot of people have commented saying that now you're turning social injustice into a circus, man. Barkley went in on it. Barkley went in and said, man, you turning this into a circus. What are we doing here? Certain low, and LeBron said they didn't. He said they didn't consult me on it, so I'm not wearing anything but my name on the back. Lefty, let's go.
There you go.
It serves zero purpose. I think it was stupid in the first place. Like just keep it, keep it simple, man. Some of these leagues are doing too much to show that I ain't gonna say too much, but it's kind of overkill. Like what is it gonna do? What you gonna Black Lives Matter on the back of a jersey? Okay, man, come on, man. You better just put a banner up or something. Like to even put the players in that position to decide makes zero sense. Just makes zero sense to me.
Once again, LeBron is a trendsetter. He's saying no, but it just makes me think back to what was the NFL league where my man had on the back of his jersey, "She hate me." That was by the way, that was cold though. That was cold.
He hate me.
Yeah, he hate me. He hate me.
Right. So what we gonna get it? It's comical, man. KD, what's your thoughts on it, man?
I agree with Lefty. I think it was ridiculous from the start. It's sort of like, creating an app or going on and logging on or something, and they already got security questions for you to choose from. I think it's similar to that. If you're not going to let me put on my jersey what I want to put on my jersey, then what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to give me a set of phrases. Hey, pick one of them. You can put it on. This is for Black Lives Matter. But what if I don't want to wear one of those phrases? What if I want to wear my own phrase? If I don't have that choice, then what are we talking about? I get it. Black Lives Matter. I knew the NBA was going to do something to that effect because the NBA players, Adam Silver, let them roll. Whatever they want to do, and I get it. But I think the backstory to LeBron is he was a little upset because they didn't meet with him about some of the phrases that can be put on the back of the jersey. They didn't meet with him. So he was like, I'm wearing my name.
Well, they also wanted to be careful. Nobody wanted to have no F
doing the same thing.
But they had to be careful. They didn't get into like political, they just didn't want it to go there. And they still got to think about their sponsors. So instead of even trying to limit them to the phrases, just don't do it. Put your name on the back of the jersey and keep going, man. It's sports.
Hey, I can see J.R. Smith with entanglement on the back of his jersey.
Right. Somebody gonna have something wild on there. Somebody gonna have something wild. I would have put going for $40 on the back of my jersey.
Now you just said it's a family show.
Yeah. Hold on.
Going for the 40. That hot 40.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, you silly, man. You silly.
Somebody would have did something stupid like that, man.
I think Kev is froze or he trying to play dumb. There you go. He back.
He back.
You back, man. You froze for a minute. You hit a word entanglement. You hit a word entanglement and you just froze.
Man, I apologize, man. I'm not at home. This is the worst technical difficulty day I've ever had in my life. But we're gonna make it through.
Blink twice if you're being held against your will.
Yeah, man.
Blink twice, man. We'll call the people for you.
Wait a minute. Jerome Gandy say on the back of his jersey he would put "hug that hoe."
This is terrible today, man. But,
Come on, Gandy, what you doing, man?
Hey, man, serious.
Hey, you know we'll come up with some phrases,
What?
boy. You know how creative we get.
Hey, I would shout out to my
Come on,
man, Zachary Love, the guru. I got money.
I got money. he got that.
Hey, you good?
You good?
So my last question for you guys before we end the show, man. Okay, road to the chip. You got a lot of impact players out there. And when I say impact players, man, Pascal Siakam for Toronto. Can he lead them to the chip? You got Bam Adebayo out of Miami. Can he stop the Greek out east? Hell, you got Jason Tatum, young version of Kobe. Chris Middleton, will he not disappear in games? Paul George, can he step out of the shadows and be that dude? Who is the most impactful player that could make a change to get their team to the chip in your eyes? KDL, what you got?
I think Siakam has the best chance out of all of them. And reason being, if anybody is going to beat Milwaukee, I think it would be Toronto. I don't trust Boston to beat them in a series. I don't trust Philly whatsoever. So the only team I could see possibly upsetting, because if the Clippers beat the Lakers, that's not considered an upset. So I'm gonna take Paul George out of it. But Toronto has the most experience. They got the same team outside of Kawhi. If anybody that's gonna, I think Siakam would be the guy. If anybody's gonna do I'll give you two. I think Siakam would be one, but Toronto beat Milwaukee and ended up being in the finals. And with this little small ball thing, I got Houston in the back of my mind for some reason, man. I don't think they can beat the Clippers or the Lakers in a series, but they can catch them off guard and get hot. Because it's just small, it's just pickup ball. That's what this is, man. It's a big AAU tournament. They are the team that fits this type of deal. We got 8 quick games and win the playoffs.
I'm gonna go with I've been talking about, you didn't mention that I've been talking about for past few weeks, who should be in conversation for MVP every year if he assert himself, is Joel Embiid.
I knew you was going there. I gotta
go big Joel Embiid, man. If he come out and assert himself,
if he assert his dominance,
and now we're just moving Simmons to the power forward move, that could be a good move, bringing Horford off the bench. I think Philly is a team to watch. If Embiid get in there and play like he should be playing, stop shooting threes, get in that box and bang out, man, I think he could change the whole East.
Mr. Smokefella and Lucky Lefty. We have been saying this about Philly all year long.
I know, but he's the dude though. I'm talking about with his skill set. He can dominate. Joel totally can dominate a game. He could change a game.
I know. We know that. But what in God's name is gonna make y'all think that all of a sudden he's gonna walk in the bubble and realize, hey, I can dominate. Why don't I get my big butt on the block? And then Ben Simmons is switching positions, right? Okay.
Good move.
So who's your shooter now? Like, they don't have chemistry.
Well, it wasn't Ben Simmons in the first place.
Right. It never was him. Well, hey, before we go, take that Houston in the back of your mind, ball it up, and throw it in the garbage. How about that?
Hey,
throw it in the garbage.
You wouldn't agree that this is basically an AAU tournament setup. Everybody playing on the same floor. You're basically going back to your room with the very same people you're playing with. You're not going home.
The Houston Rockets
AAU tournament.
The Houston Rockets are the groovy blue of the NBA. Don't nobody want to smoke it. Don't nobody want to deal with it. It's trash. Don't nobody want it.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, they have an AAU team.
Take that thought and throw it in the garbage.
I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, right? I don't think it's going to happen.
Hey, fellas, Fellas, I hate to cut us off, man, but we came to the end of this train ride, man. We could go on for days about some of these topics, man, and we will be back next week with more exciting news. We will try not to mention entitlement or cockburn on the next show, but hell, who knows what's going to happen because we always in it. We always win it.
I'll probably
we're going to mention entitlement.
Hey, KDL, your last closing remarks, man. Make it real quick. You got about 10 seconds.
Melikani, I want to give a shout out to John Lewis, man, civil rights, who passed yesterday. Got to give a shout out. Rest in peace. He did a lot, man, as far as black equality, Marshall, Dr. King, and everything, man. He did a lot. So shout out to him. Rest in peace.
Lucky Lefty.
Yeah, same thing, man. With as far as I repeat what Kev said, but man, still stay safe out here. Stay safe out here, and Mr. Cockburn, please don't hold it against us. We were just having fun with you, man.
Hey, man. Once again, man, we've had a great show, man. For everybody that has been watching the show today, man, keep blowing smoke in the air. Shout out to SportsZone for letting us do what we do every week, man. Enjoy you fellas, man. And
happy birthday to my man Slyvester.
Right, Slyvester, he not with us today because it's his birthday weekend. He getting it in.
Happy B-Day, bro.
He drunk somewhere.
Happy birthday, Sly.
Happy birthday, Rick. Smoke, baby. And we are out of here.
Peace.